Hello and welcome to another Plan With Me video. This is Rem and I'll be showing you how I made my October purple magical theme with Halloween doodles this month. A quick look at the supplies that I'll be using. I'm using the Himi gouache paints, some cheap washi tape, stickers from my Etsy shop. These are also Halloween stickers from my Etsy shop. Stickers from a fellow bullet journal and art shop friend, and assortment of purple markers and pens, some paintbrushes, and some other smaller items that I'll be linking and listing below in the description box. To begin with making my October cover page, I'm starting with laying down some washi tape to create a border. I really wanted to have a clean look and replicate something that would look kind of like a tarot card. On the side, I already mixed the paints to get the colors and gradients that I wanted. I added in white gouache into the purple to create this light purple lavender shade. I mixed and created a total of 3 shades of purple, but if you were to recreate this spread, definitely do more or do 3 at the very minimum if you would like. To create the clouds, I started off with first laying down the lightest shades first. You don't really need to paint all the way to the edges if you don't want to, since as you can see later, I'll be layering over it with the next darker shade anyways. This will make more sense as you keep watching. To make the clouds, I'm making a circular motion with the paintbrush with varying sizes of the circles with big brush motions and smaller ones to create the look of the clouds. Honestly, this was so easy to paint and didn't take long at all. You only really need to let it dry in between so that you don't muddy up the colors. This theme was inspired by Lola's Starry Art on Instagram, who is also a talented bullet journal artist that I follow. A lot of my spreads today were inspired by others that I've seen through Instagram, so I will definitely be providing their links and information in a description box. So if you're interested in seeing where my inspiration came from, some of my spreads, do check them out as well. While waiting for the paint to dry, I started working on the center of the spread. I added this aesthetic magical sticker in the middle, and I used this calendar stamp for the dates. On the left side of the spread, I decided to paint in a crystal ball. I did the same layering of the lightest shade of purple and worked my way to the darker shade. Then going in with a Sakura Jelly Roll pen, I went in with a gold color to fill in some of the details. I also went in with a few of my other Tombos and markers to add in the calendar dates and some of the finishing details to the spread. Now that the paint has fully dried, it's time for the moment of truth. It's time for the tape pull. This step is always super satisfying, but also kind of nerve-wracking because I have had times where the tape didn't hold up in some areas and the paint bled through, but wow, it didn't this time and it looks so good in my opinion. I'm so happy with the layering and the colors of the purple. I was kind of split between using watercolors and gouache for this theme, and I'm glad that I went with a gouache in the end of the day because I love how bold the purple looks and how vibrant the colors are. Going in with the Sakura Jelly Roll pen in gold, I'm adding in the finishing touches, adding in stars and sparkles into the clouds. I also used the same pen to letter in the crystal ball on the left side, and I wrote in "Stay Wild, Moonchild." I thought that it would be a fitting quote to go with my theme this month. And with that, my October cover page is done. Next up is my calendar spread. If you've seen my other Plan With Me videos, you already know that this was coming up. I like to have a calendar spread to write down important dates and memories of what I did in the month. With each theme, I like to experiment and try something new with the spreads and pages that I create each month. This month I wanted to try making cutout tabs that I've been seeing a lot lately on other bullet journal accounts, and I love the look of it. It's honestly hard to explain what I did here. It was my first time doing this, so I was just kind of guessing about the steps to this. Someone out there may be better at explaining this, but I'll try my best to talk about what I did. First, I cut out the sections that I knew I didn't need, including the right side and the bottom of the page. Then I used this handy dandy little curved hole puncher that I got off Amazon to create the curve on the pages. Turned my journal upside down so that it was easier to count and cut out the tabs. What I'm doing here is I'm cutting little slits on the pages and saving the portions that will become the tab and folding down the portion where I'll be cutting out, just so that it becomes more clear to me which to keep and which to cut. I tried my best to offset the pages so that the page directly under will be peeking out. When I make spreads like this, I always keep the scrap pieces of paper. They really come in clutch when you make mistakes, so I highly recommend keeping them and saving it for later just in case. It was a bit of a struggle making these tabs, but I am happy with how it turned out, being that it was my first time. I think that they add a cute touch to the pages, and I think that I definitely want to make more of these interactive components in my journal in the future. And yay, the hard part is done. I clipped up the mini pages so that they don't get in the way and so that I don't accidentally get paint on them. I'm laying down washi tape yet again because I'll be doing the same purple clouds on this layout. This step is the same method as before, where I'm using the lightest shade of purple first and not painting all the way to the edge since it will be covered with the next darker shade later. I think that making the spreads like this month was a good idea. That way I don't have to paint every single page. Making Dutch door inspired spreads like this definitely is a time saver in the long run. Now that the painting is done, I'm bringing in the stickers that I intend to use and started by outlining the calendar. Now that I have outlined the calendar and fill in the sections for the goals and notes, here comes the fun part, which is using the stickers to decorate the spread. The next pages will be dedicated to my trackers. There were a lot of options on what to do for my mood tracker. I thought about maybe doing potion bottles or purple gemstones, but I ultimately decided to follow the cloud theme, and I'll be filling in the clouds for my mood tracker. For my habit tracker on the other side, I'm using the same calendar stamp as I did for my cover page and using it for the dates. The habits that I'll be tracking this month are working out or exercising, working on my Etsy shop, flossing, and drinking water. The next page following my trackers is a weekly spread. I kept this one simple and easy by using my Halloween doodle stickers for each day of the week, and then lettering in the weekdays. If you're interested in purchasing or getting any of the stickers that I used today, they will all be linked below in the description box to my Etsy as well as the other stickers that I use. You can use the discount code REM10 to get 10% off of these stickers that you see today. This isn't a bullet journal theme by me. It fits without mistakes. I think that oftentimes through social media and other platforms, we tend to only show our good sides, but I'll admit to my mistakes too, and learn to not be afraid of it. After all, it's only human. And I misspelled affirmations. Props to me for going in straight with my Tombow marker and not outlining with pencil first like I usually do. But we can call it a happy mistake, as I decided to paint over it with the gouache to save it. And gouache is really pigmented and opaque, so it worked out. With a couple of layers of the gouache, I was able to cover it up, and as the saying goes, none the wiser. And while I let that dry, I went ahead and started working on the other portions of the spread. On the right side, I decided to do a memories page where I'll be writing down various thoughts, memories that I have that would highlight my October. And I'm also going in with a couple of these stickers and decorating the spread. And to add the final touch to the page, I'm going in with the same Sakura Jelly gold pen to write affirmations correctly this time and to finish the spread. I had a lot of fun making this theme this month. I was listening to lo-fi Halloween music the entire time I was making this spread, and it really got me hyped for Halloween and October. If you decide to recreate this theme or some of the spreads and layouts, I would love it if y'all tag me so I can see it and share. You can find me on Instagram at rem.bujo. And without further ado, here's the final flip through. If you've made it this far, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that you like and subscribe if you like the content, and leave a comment down below what you think about this theme this month, and also share with me what your October theme is. I would love to check it out.